Hello everyone, welcome back to the Tomato Blues Kitchen. This is me Anusapraj and I am back today with a delicious Onam Sadhya special dish. We are going to be making Kerala style Varutharacha Sambar today. I'm going to be using a mixture of veggies to make this sambar and we are going to see how to make this lip smacking sambar stepwise in this video. So come on, let's get started. The first step would be to prepare our tamarind and tur dal. I'm going to be using about 15 to 20 grams of tamarind today and I'm going to be soaking it in 1 cup of warm water for about 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, I'm going to smash or rather squeeze the tamarind well into the water. I'm going to be making a tamarind extract. So this tamarind extract will be our saring agent in our Kerala Varutharacha Sambar for today. So while the tamarind is being soaked, let us prepare our tur dal for the sambar. I'm going to be using 3/4 of a cup tur dal today. I have soaked it for about 10 minutes in warm water after washing and then I have pressure cooked my tur dal for 5 to 6 whistles. I used 1.75 cups of water and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder to cook my tur dal. So when your tur dal is cooked and it's completely mashed, it will roughly measure up to 2.5 cups of tur dal. I have not discarded the water that I have used for cooking my tur dal. I'm going to be using both the water and my tur dal for cooking my sambar. So once I cooked my tur dal to a very mushy consistency, I smashed it well using a ladle and then I have set it aside. I would also like to tell you all that the cooking time for your dal will definitely vary upon the brand of dal you use and the age of your dal. If your dal is a little older, then there's a very good chance that it takes longer for it to cook. I used my Mealthy multi-pot to pressure cook my tur dal today, but you can always use a normal pressure cooker to cook your tur dal for this particular recipe or for basically for any dal based recipes. Now let us get on to our next step, which is roasting the spices. Like the name itself suggests, it's Varutharacha Sambar. Varutharacha Sambar basically means it's a recipe in which you roast spices, grind it to a smooth paste and then make the sambar. So for roasting the spices, I have taken a thick bottom stainless steel pan to which I have added 1.5 teaspoons of cold pressed coconut oil. To this I am adding 2 shallots peeled and chopped, 2 garlic cloves which has been minced and 3 dry red chilies. Now I have cranked down my flame to the lowest setting possible and I am adding half a tablespoon of urad dal along with 1 tablespoon of chana dal. Now this urad dal and chana dal is what is going to be giving a thickness to your sambar. Basically, this is the thickening agent that we are going to be using in our Varutharacha Sambar for today. Along with this, we are also going to be using coriander seeds. I am using 1.5 tablespoons of coriander seeds today. Every family has a different proportion of spices for making Varutharacha Sambar. This is just my style of making Varutharacha Sambar. So once we've added the coriander seeds, let us just give it a good saute. Remember friends, I am doing all of this on low flame. Do not be tempted to increase your flame while you roast spices for any dish because there's a very good chance that your spices get burnt very quickly this way. That will alter the ultimate flavor in your dish. Now let us add half a teaspoon of cumin seeds along with 1/4 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. Once we have added the fenugreek and the cumin seeds, let us continue to roast these spices until they are fragrant and they let out a beautiful aroma. Now I am adding 1/4 cup plus 2 tablespoons of tightly packed fresh grated coconut. The entire roasting the spices process took me about 4 to 4.5 minutes on low flame. Once you add the coconut, you have to be very careful in roasting it. We are only going to roast the coconut till it becomes a light brown and it starts giving out that delicate nutty aroma that is very common to roasted coconut. Once this is done, I'm going to be transferring this to a blender and I'm going to let the mixture cool down to come down to room temperature. This is how it looks after it has been roasted. You can see that the coconut is light golden brown. Now the next part would be cooking our veggies, for which I am adding 2 tablespoons of coconut oil to the pan. To this, we are going to be adding some onions, tomatoes and green chilies. I have used half a cup of sliced onions, half a cup of quartered tomatoes and 2 green chilies slit. I'm also going to be using a combination of carrots, okra, that is lady's finger, potato and drumstick. I've taken 60 grams of carrots, 60 grams of okra, 1 drumstick which is approximately 50 grams and about 50 grams of potato. Let us now add 2.5 teaspoons of salt, give it a mix and continue to cook the veggies on medium flame till they become tender. We are not going to boil the veggies separately in water, and you can also change the combination of veggies that you have used for this sambar. You can skip the drumstick, you can skip the okra, but then I strongly recommend that you use carrots, potatoes and drumsticks for this beautiful Kerala Varutharacha Sambar. Once we have sauteed the veggies for 1 to 2 minutes, let us add the tamarind extract and give it a good mix like this. Like I said, we are not going to be boiling our veggies separately in water. Instead, we are going to be using the tamarind extract to cook our veggies. I've also added 3/4 of a cup water to the pan. And this is just to slightly adjust the consistency. I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of ground turmeric. And we're now going to continue to cook this mixture till the veggies are fork tender. The reason why we are not going to boil the veggies separately in the water is because there is okra. So okra tends to become slimy if you boil it in water. But then if you boil it in tamarind water, it does not become slimy. 2, it's also because you do not want the veggies to lose its shape. And 3, it's because you want the veggies to absorb some of the tamarind for those beautiful flavors. So this approximately takes 6 to 8 minutes on medium flame. Let us now give it a good mix and check if our veggies are done. I'm only going to be testing the potato because that takes the longest time to cook, and I can see that the potatoes are fork tender. Other veggies that you can use in the Kerala Varutharacha Sambar are pumpkin, ashgood, varaka, that is raw plantains, or you can even use brinjals for making this delicious sambar. Also, please make sure that you chop the veggies of the same size. You can see that I have chopped them into fingers of about 2.5 inches in this particular recipe. Now, while this is simmering away for 1 or 2 more minutes, let us get on to our next step, which is grinding our spice paste. I'm going to be adding about 1/4 cup of water to this roasted spices mixture, and I'm going to be grinding it to a slightly smooth paste. We want some texture in our sambar, so I'm not going to make it a very smooth paste, but it's just going to have a very tiny or a very light bite to the paste. So once we've added the water, I'm going to blend it to a paste which is slightly smooth, not coarse, but just slightly smooth. Something akin to your coconut chutney that you would be making for dosas and idlis. Now let us see how it looks once it has been ground. You can see that this mixture is slightly grainy. So now that our spice paste is ready, let us continue finishing up our sambar. I'm going to be adding all of the spice paste to our boiled and cooked veggies. Now I'm going to wash my blender with some water, and I'm going to add that as well to this. I've taken half a cup of water to quickly clean my blender, and I've added this to the mixture. Now let us give this a good mix and continue to simmer this for about 1 to 1.5 minutes on medium flame. Once it starts simmering and you can see small bubbles on the surface of the sambar, let us add the cooked tur dal. Like I mentioned before, we are going to be using 2.5 cups of tur dal. I have not discarded the water that I used for cooking my tur dal. So I have combined 3/4 of a cup tur dal with 1.75 cups of water and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. I pressure cooked it till it is mushy. It took me 5 to 6 whistles. Or rather, in my Milti multi-pot, it took me about 15 minutes on high pressure. If you're doing it on stove top, then in a regular pressure cooker, this should take you about 5 to 6 whistles. Now once this is done, let us add 1/4 teaspoon of asafoetida, which is peringayam or hing or kaya podi. Once we've added the asafoetida, let us give it a good mix, and let us now continue to simmer this sambar for about 2 to 3 minutes on medium flame. While you allow the sambar to simmer, please make sure that you keep stirring it once in a while to avoid it burning at the bottom. You can already see the beautiful texture of the sambar, and the whole house smells just heavenly. I'm just waiting to dive into this sambar. I enjoy making this sambar and serving it up with idli, dosa as well. But this is primarily a part of the Onam Sadhya. If you're looking for more Onam Sadhya recipes, then you will find pineapple puriseri recipe, mattangai eriseri recipe, and katrikai tiyal recipe videos on our channel. I will be linking that up in the description box. Please go and check it out. And in case you like this video, do not forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and share this video with your friends and family. Now I'll be adding half a cup of water to adjust the consistency because I find it a little thick, because like I said, I'm going to be serving it up with dosa today. Let us garnish this as the final step. For this, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of finely chopped coriander leaves, and I'm going to be adding 1 sprig of curry leaves. And that's it, my friends. Our delicious, lip-smacking Kerala-style Varutharacha Sambar with mixed veggies is ready to be served. You can serve it up as a part of your Onam Sadhya along with delicious dishes like puli inji, or thoran and erisheri and whatnot. The options are endless. Wishing you all a very happy Onam. I'll be back soon with another, or some more recipes for this Onam. Till then, take care. And for more recipes, please head to tomatoblues.com. Thank you so much for watching, my dear friends. Tata and bye-bye.